Okay, so this deep dive is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run, smart discount campaigns on your store. You can test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free. Welcome to the Conversion Bible. Today we're diving into something really, really crucial for anyone with a Shopify store in 2025. We're talking mobile optimization. I mean, the way people shop has just fundamentally shifted, right? Our phones, they're now the main place we shop, even more than desktops.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And our mission today really is to give you a clear sense of why making your Shopify store work perfectly on smartphones.
No.
Well, it's not just a nice to have anymore. It's absolutely the bedrock of success.
Mm-hmm.
Think of this as like your fast track to getting the key parts of mobile optimization. We're pulling from analysis in the Conversion Bible, which really digs into the impact this has on Shopify conversions.
Exactly. And just think about your own day, right? You've probably already used your phone to browse something, maybe even buy something today. You might not even realize how often you do it. It's probably your go-to shopping tool now.
It really is. And what's fascinating is just how dominant this shift has become. Mobile commerce, or mum commerce, in 2025 isn't just growing a bit. It's completely blown past traditional desktop shopping. The data, it's overwhelming. People just instinctively grab their phones first when they want to shop online. And that has a really direct, powerful impact on every single Shopify store out there.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. The article points out this growing gap, right, between desktop and mobile conversions. And kind of surprisingly, smartphones are actually leading now.
Yeah.
So for Shopify owners listening, mobile optimization isn't something to think about for the future. It's right now. It's the main game.
Precisely. It's really not a question of if you should optimize anymore, but, how well you're actually doing it. And mobile itself has changed so much. Not that long ago, maybe someone browsed on their phone.
Yeah. Then they go to their laptop to actually buy it.
Exactly. But that's totally old news now. In 2025, people are completely comfortable doing the whole thing from finding the product to checking out all on their phone. The stats show this huge surge in mobile transactions. And this massive shift in behavior, well, it means shopper expectations have changed too. Product displays, they need to be crystal clear, like at a glance. Site speed needs to be almost instant.
Right.
And the checkout, super, super streamlined for those smaller screens.
It just makes total sense. If I'm on my phone, I'm probably looking at other stuff. Maybe I'm out and about.
Yeah.
I have absolutely zero patience for slow pages or fiddly navigation. It's just painful.
You've really hit on the psychology there. Immediacy and ease, they're just paramount for mobile shoppers. If a store gives you a fast, effortless experience that fits into your busy life, you're way more likely to buy. And yeah, in 2025, those expectations, they're pretty high. Speed is completely non-negotiable. We're talking load times within like a couple of seconds.
A couple of seconds.
Right.
Wow, that's nothing.
It really isn't. And smooth navigation is just as critical. Menus need to be intuitive, product lists easy to scan, checkout steps really simple and clear on those small touch screens, and visually. Often, less is actually more on mobile. People tend to like clean, uncluttered layouts. Clear text, big buttons you can actually tap easily, fonts that are easy to read, minimal clutter helps them focus.
So every extra click, every unnecessary box to fill in, every tiny little lag in loading,
Yeah.
that's potentially someone just giving up and leaving.
Exactly right. Remember, mobile shoppers are often multitasking. They really appreciate designs that let them find stuff, buy it, and get on with their day. Quick and painless. So now we kind of get the shift in behavior. Let's talk about why this is so critical for the bottom line, for the actual money a Shopify store makes.
Okay, yeah, let's go right to it. How does focusing on mobile actually boost revenue?
Well, the impact on revenue, it's kind of multi-layered. First off, sites optimized for mobile just consistently show higher conversion rates than ones that aren't. It's that simple. When people can easily browse and, interact with your store on their phone, they're just more likely to hit buy.
Makes sense. No more pinching and zooming like crazy.
Exactly. And second, a really good mobile experience can actually lead to higher average order values, or AOV. When it's easy to navigate and look at different products on mobile, customers might browse more, find more things they like.
Oh, interesting. I hadn't actually thought about that side of it. More browsing, potentially bigger carts.
Yeah. And finally, let's talk about abandoned carts. That's a huge one. A clunky mobile checkout is a major reason people bail. By streamlining it, fewer fields, maybe autofill, definitely those one-tap payment options like Apple Pay, Google Pay, Shop Pay.
Ah, yes, the magic buttons.
They really are. Doing that can drastically cut down the number of people who give up right at the finish line. Basically, a bad mobile checkout is like having a leaky bucket. You pour traffic in, but the revenue just drains out.
So better conversions, maybe bigger orders, and fewer lost sales.
Mhm.
That's a pretty strong case right there.
It really is. And the benefits go beyond just the immediate sale. Think about SEO, your visibility on Google. Google's mobile-first indexing means they primarily look at the mobile version of your site for ranking.
Wait, really? So even if my desktop site is amazing, if the mobile version isn't good, I could rank lower?
That's the reality now, yeah. In 2025, definitely. Mobile page speed is also a huge ranking factor. A slow mobile site can push you down the search results, meaning less free organic traffic, but a well-tuned mobile site, Google likes that. It can lead to way more organic traffic finding you.
Okay, wow. So it's not just about making visitors happy, it's about keeping Google happy too.
Precisely. And don't forget brand perception and customer loyalty. A fast, well-designed mobile store sends a really clear message. Hey, we care about your experience. We value your time. That positive feeling builds trust.
It's like a digital welcome mat saying, come on in, it's easy to shop here however you're doing it.
Exactly. And when browsing on a phone is just smooth and easy, customers see your brand as reliable, convenient. That builds loyalty. It increases the chances they'll come back, buy again, maybe even tell their friends.
Yeah, people definitely talk about bad mobile experiences. Good ones too, hopefully.
They do. So a good mobile experience isn't just about getting that first sale. It's really about building a relationship.
Absolutely. Okay, so we get the why. Let's get into the how. What are the core pieces, the essentials, for making a Shopify store mobile-friendly?
Right, the practical stuff. The absolute foundation is responsive design. This just means your store's layout automatically adjusts itself to fit any screen size. Desktop, tablet, tiny smartphone.
Like water filling a container, kind of?
That's a great analogy, yeah. It adapts. Now, a lot of modern Shopify themes are already responsive, which is great, but you have to check that everything, images, text, menus, scales correctly and still looks good on mobile.
So it's about being flexible, making sure the design doesn't break or look weird on different devices.
Exactly. Simple things like using fluid grids where elements resize proportionally flexible images that scale down nicely and setting the right viewport settings. These are key for a clean, working layout on mobile. Okay, next up. Mobile page speed optimization. We keep coming back to speed because it's just that important.
King speed,
Yeah.
especially on phones, maybe with less reliable connections sometimes. So what are the best ways to speed things up?
There are several key things you can do. Compressing your images is huge. Reduce the file size without making them look awful. Using modern image formats like WebP, where browsers support them, can cut file sizes dramatically.
WebP, okay.
Then, there's minimizing and optimizing your code, the JavaScript and CSS files. Making that code leaner helps things load faster. And don't forget caching. Caching basically lets a returning visitor's browser remember parts of your site, so it loads way faster the second time around.
What about AMP? Accelerated mobile pages.
Yeah.
The article mentioned that. Is that something people should use?
AMP can make pages load incredibly fast, yeah.
Yeah, well,
But it often comes with trade-offs. It often strips down your page's design and functionality quite a bit to achieve that speed. So you really need to weigh it up. Is the extra speed worth maybe losing some features or branding elements? It depends on your specific store and goals.
okay, so it's a balance. Faster load maybe, but potentially a simpler, less feature-rich page. Got it. What's next on the list?
Mobile navigation and information architecture. Super critical. Small screens mean you need simplified menus. Think the hamburger menu, those 3 lines, or maybe a navigation bar fixed at the bottom, easy to reach with your thumb.
Oh, the thumb zone.
Exactly. And your categories need to be organized logically.
Yeah.
People need to find stuff easily without getting frustrated and tapping around endlessly. Sticky elements can be great too, like keeping the add to cart button visible as someone scrolls.
Oh, yeah, that's handy.
And making the search bar really easy to find and use is vital. Mobile shoppers often know exactly what they're looking for.
So basically make it completely effortless for people to find their way around on that small screen.
Precisely. And the final core component is mobile optimized content. With less space, you have to prioritize. Show the essential info first. Break up text into short paragraphs. Use fonts that are easy to read and big enough. Don't make people squint. Use white space effectively so it doesn't feel cluttered.
Keep it clean.
Yeah. And for product descriptions, use simple language. Highlight the key features and benefits quickly. And if you use videos or other rich media, make sure they're compressed for mobile so they don't kill your load times.
So be concise, be clear visually, and focus on what mobile shoppers really need to know to make a decision. Okay, We've covered the foundations. Now let's talk about optimizing the actual shopping experience itself on mobile, making the buying part easy.
Right. This is where we focus on making that journey smooth. Let's start with the product page. On mobile, images need to be large, good quality, and definitely allow zooming. People want to see details.
Yeah, you need to see the stitching or the texture.
Exactly. And arrange the details. So the key stuff, price, features, availability is right there, minimal scrolling needed. Social proof, like customer reviews, is maybe even more important on mobile. People look for quick reassurance.
Good point.
And of course, that add to cart button. Big, easy to tap, probably right in that thumb zone we mentioned.
Everything designed for thumbs. Okay, what about the checkout? That can be a real pain point on mobile.
Oh, it's absolutely crucial to optimize the mobile checkout. This is where so many sales are lost. Streamline it ruthlessly. Cut down the form fields to the absolute minimum needed. Enable autofill wherever you can.
Yes, please. Autofill is a lifesaver.
It really is. And offer those digital wallets. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Shop Pay. One-tap payment is huge for reducing friction. Also, offering a guest checkout option is often a really good idea. Not everyone wants to create an account just to buy something once.
Rare.
Basically, the fewer steps between add to cart and order confirmed, the better your conversion rate will be, period.
One-tap payments sound like they could make a massive difference on mobile. Are there other mobile-specific features stores should think about?
Yeah, there are definitely ways to cater specifically to mobile users. You could try mobile-only coupons or short flash sales to create urgency. Push notifications can work well if you use them carefully. Don't spam people, but use them for things like back-in-stock alerts or maybe relevant sales.
Use them wisely.
Very wisely. Location-based deals could be interesting if you have physical stores too. Voice search is becoming more common, so making your site compatible could be beneficial. And then there's the idea of a dedicated mobile app. It's a bigger investment, obviously.
Yeah, that sounds like a big step.
It is. But it can offer a really smooth, engaging experience for your most loyal customers. You just need to weigh the cost versus the potential benefit for your specific business.
So it's about thinking beyond just making the website look okay on a phone and really considering features that add unique value for mobile users.
Exactly.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How do you actually implement these ideas on a Shopify store? What are the technical steps?
Okay, technical implementation. Step one, and it's a big one, is choosing the right Shopify theme. Your theme is basically the foundation for how your store looks and works on mobile. You need to look for themes specifically built to be responsive and fast. And don't just look at the demo online, test it. Actually pull it up on your phone, on a friend's phone, different sizes, see how it feels to tap and swipe.
Good advice. Test it in the real world.
Definitely. Think about free themes versus premium ones. Free themes are often built for speed, which is great. Premium themes might offer more features or customization. There's a trade-off sometimes. And even with a good theme, small tweaks, adjusting font sizes, maybe moving an element slightly can make a big difference to mobile usability.
So the theme is really ground zero for your mobile setup. What about Shopify apps? Are there specific ones that help with mobile?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There are tons of great apps designed for mobile optimization. Some automatically compress your images, which we know is important. Others help simplify your checkout forms for mobile. Some give you detailed analytics just on mobile performance so you can see where the problems are.
Sounds useful.
They can be, but a word of caution, don't just install loads of apps.
Ah, right. Too many apps can slow things down.
Exactly. Every app adds a bit of code, potentially slowing down your store, so it's a balancing act. Add apps strategically for functions you really need, but always test your site speed after installing a new one to make sure it's not hurting performance. Quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity for apps.
Yeah, got it.
What if you need something really specific that a theme or an app just can't do?
Right, that's when you might need to think about custom development. If you have unique features in mind, maybe something specific just for mobile, or hire a Shopify developer.
Okay.
If you go down that road, clear communication is key. Make sure the developer understands their goals, and especially that mobile performance is a top priority from the start. For bigger custom projects, it's even a good idea to set what's called a performance budget, basically, a target for how fast pages should load to ensure new features don't make the site slow.
That's smart. Keep performance front and center, even with custom work. Okay, so we've talked about what to do and how to do it. How do we know if it's actually working? How do we measure success?
Right, testing and measuring, absolutely essential. You can't just guess. The best way to test is on actual phones. Different screen sizes, different operating systems, iOS, Android, different browsers.
So not just simulators.
Emulators and simulators are helpful, yeah, but they don't always catch everything. Real devices are better for finding those weird little usability quirks or performance issues. And don't forget accessibility testing. Make sure your store works for people using assistive technologies. It's good to combine manual testing, literally using your store on a phone, with automated tools that can analyze things like load speed and technical errors.
So get hands-on, but also use the tools.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What specific numbers, what metrics should we be watching closely?
Your mobile conversion rate is probably the biggest one. Is it going up after you make changes? That's a great sign.
Oh.
Keep a close eye on page load times. Use tools like Google PageSpeed Insights. Even small improvements here matter.
Okay.
Track user engagement too. How long are people staying on mobile pages? How many pages do they view per session? This tells you if the experience is engaging. And finally, look at your revenue attribution. How much of your total income is coming from mobile shoppers? Is that percentage growing?
Right, so track behavior and the financial results to see the real impact. What about A/B testing? The article mentioned that.
A/B testing is super powerful for fine-tuning things. Basically, you show two different versions of a page, say, two different checkout layouts to different groups of mobile visitors. Then you see which version performs better for whatever you're measuring, usually conversion rate.
Like a controlled experiment?
Exactly. The key is to only change one thing at a time. Test button color or headline text or image placement, not all three at once. Otherwise, you won't know what actually made the difference.
Gotcha. One change at a time.
Yeah. Then you implement the winning version and you move on to test something else. It's a cycle of continuous improvement.
So always be testing, always be refining. Okay, this is all great theory, but let's make it more real. The article had some case studies, right? Examples of businesses doing this well.
It did, yeah, some really good ones. Take Oliver Cabell, they sell footwear. They saw an 11% revenue boost just by focusing on improving their image quality and kind of their brand storytelling specifically for mobile users. They made things really clear, visually compelling, and made the path to buying super intuitive on phones.
11%. That's pretty significant just for mobile tweaks.
It really is. And then there was Doggy Lawn, a subscription service for pet products. They got a massive 33% increase in conversions after they moved to Shopify and really zeroed in on mobile. They simplified their product pages, used really bright, clear calls to action, and focused hard on making mobile checkout totally frictionless.
Wow, 33%. That just hammers home how much potential there is in getting mobile right. What about bigger companies, enterprise level?
Yeah, for larger brands, mobile optimization can get even more complex, but the rewards can be huge too. Some are using cool stuff like augmented reality, AR, so you can virtually try on clothes or see how furniture looks in your room.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Others focus on integrating lots of different local payment methods for international customers. These kinds of advanced strategies can really boost global conversions because the experience feels so natural and tailored to the user wherever they are.
It really sounds like it doesn't matter if you're small or huge. Focusing on mobile pays off.
Yeah.
Okay, looking forward now. What's next? What are the future trends we should be watching in mobile optimization?
Well, the mobile world moves fast, right? So things are always changing. We're seeing technologies like progressive web apps, PWAs, getting more traction. They kind of offer an app-like feel, but in a web browser.
PWAs, okay.
Augmented reality, AR for try-ons, and maybe even virtual reality, VR, for more immersive stuff.
Yeah.
That's becoming more practical. AI, artificial intelligence, is playing a bigger role in personalizing recommendations and just making the whole mobile journey smarter. And of course, 5G rolling out everywhere means faster speeds, which will probably just raise user expectations for speed even higher.
So the tech is getting smarter, faster, more integrated. What about how people use their phones to shop? Any changes in behavior we should know about?
Definitely seeing some shifts there, too. Gen Z, for example, heavily relies on social media, think TikTok, Instagram, for finding products. And they're increasingly happy to buy directly through those platforms. So integrating your Shopify store smoothly with social commerce is becoming critical.
Social selling, yeah.
We're also seeing more interest in mobile-first subscription services, for convenience, and easy one-click reordering for stuff people buy regularly. And people increasingly expect that seamless omnichannel experience, being able to switch between phone, tablet, desktop without losing their place or their cart.
Right, it all needs to work together. So it's not just about the tech, it's about understanding how customer habits are evolving too.
Exactly. You have to meet them where they are. So, to help listeners actually put all this into practice, maybe we can outline a kind of roadmap, break it down into
Oh,
steps.
that's a great idea. Make it less overwhelming. Like, what can you do quickly? What takes more time?
Yeah, exactly. We could do like quick wins for the next month, medium term things for the next few months, and then longer term goals.
Perfect. Let's start with the quick wins. What can Shopify owners realistically do in, say, the next 30 days to see some improvement?
Okay, first 30 days. Focus on the high impact, easier fixes. First, run a mobile audit. Use online tools, Google's tools. Check for obvious problems, slow pages, broken stuff, layout issues. Second, compress those images, especially large ones. That alone can give you a good speed boost.
Image compression, check.
Third, look at your apps. Be honest. Are there any you don't really need or that might be slowing things down? Trim the fat.
App audit, good one.
And fourth, simplify that checkout. Cut fields, enable one-tap payments if you can, make it faster.
Okay, those sound doable. Audit, compress images, review apps, simplify checkout. Great quick wins. What about medium term? Maybe the next 1-3 months.
All right, medium term. Now you invest a bit more time and effort. Start A/B testing. Test button placements, headlines, different checkout flows on mobile. Learn what your audience responds to. Really work on enhancing your mobile navigation. Make it super intuitive. Maybe try different menu
And
styles.
find the navigation.
Optimize your content specifically for mobile reading. Short paragraphs, clear headings, strong CTAs, and take a hard look at your theme again. Is it really the best for mobile speed and experience? Maybe it's time for an upgrade or some focused customizations.
Okay, so testing, navigation deep dive, content optimization, and a serious theme review. More involved, but sounds crucial. What about long term, say 3-12 months or even ongoing, aiming for real mobile excellence?
Long term, this is about staying ahead and embedding mobile thinking. Consider adopting some of those advanced technologies we mentioned, like PWAs or maybe AR, if it makes sense for your brand and customers. Make continuous improvement just part of your routine. Regularly test, analyze data, get user feedback, and keep refining. It never really stops.
It's an ongoing process.
Exactly. If you sell internationally, focus on global mobile strategies, localized payments, languages, etc. And maybe the most important thing, build a real mobile-first culture in your team. Every decision, from marketing to site updates, should consider the mobile user first.
Mobile first thinking across the board. That's a great long-term goal.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been incredibly helpful, a really comprehensive roadmap. So just to wrap things up, what are the absolute key takeaways people should remember about Shopify mobile optimization in 2025?
I think the main thing is this. Having a great mobile store isn't optional anymore. It's just essential. It's how you attract new shoppers, how you get higher conversion rates, how you build a strong brand today. If you ignore mobile in 2025, you're honestly just leaving money on the table. It's that simple. So
Yeah.
prioritize user-friendly layouts for small screens, make sure it loads fast, super fast, and provide a really smooth, easy checkout.
And if store owners start taking action now, they can really get ahead of the competition, right?
Absolutely. Start with those quick wins we talked about for immediate impact, then move to the medium-term stuff to build a solid foundation, and keep an eye on the future trends to stay ahead. Your future customers, they're on their phones right now. They'll definitely reward stores that make it easy and enjoyable for them to shop that way.
That's fantastic advice. Thank you so much for walking us through all of this really insightful stuff on mobile optimization.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
This deep dive was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. You can test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free. You've been listening to The Conversion Bible.